Hello and welcome back to Crafty Concepts with Erin. I'm Erin and I'm here today with the creative design team bringing you ideas to reimagine your Christmas paper. I am doing a little stash diving. I dug into my Christmas collection and this paper pack is Jingle Joy. It's very bright and fun. And then we have silver and gold, which is just as it sounds, a lot of silvers and golds, grays, and these are both non-traditional Christmas colors. And I thought I can definitely do something with these. There's blacks, lots of neutrals in here. This side has like little reindeer on it, but the other side is black and white polka dots. And then there's a lot of paper in here with gold foiling, which I thought was really fun. There's this striped paper as well as a heart background, and I really like these and think they could definitely go beyond Christmas. I have one photo. This is several of my friends, my work friends, and we had kind of a grueling day at work. So we went to a local brewery for a couple drinks after work and snapped this photo. So I definitely want to bring in some of the pinks because we are having some drinks and they're pink. So that kind of inspired me to reach for these. I've got a couple pocket cards, but let me clear this up and grab my VersaMat really quick. I'm only going to bring in one VersaMat because with one photo, it's definitely going to be a single page layout. I'm going to use White Daisy as my base here. I know I want to use this gold foiled heart paper and this black and white polka dots. I think that looks really nice behind the photo and kind of makes that pop. And then the hearts go well with the whole girls' friends, kind of girls' night out. That foil dresses it up and gives a little sparkle, and I think it's a fun look. So I do want some white space on this layout. So we're just going to go with a strip of the foiled heart paper. This is 5 inches by 12, and I use this layout base quite a bit because it just works well. The black and white polka dot paper is 9 by 9 3/4. It was a scrap, so I just kind of went with that size. Now the Jingle Joy collection has these paperboard like embellishment die cuts. There's a lot of Christmas, like Christmas trees and Santa, but there's also hearts and these little banner tags that would work well for a non-Christmas layout. So I'm just going to pull some of those out. I might use that one. And then I have these pocket cards, and there's some scraps of paper in here as well. So I thought, ooh, look at this, kind of a little scrap left over. That was a little lace border die cut I had. So I must have used it on a previous layout with this collection and just tossed it into the bag. I think that the Flamingo and raspberry pinks in the Jingle Joy paper pack are perfect to draw attention to the drinks in the photo, which will just help tell the story. I do have this scrap, but I don't want to bring in the green, so we'll set that one aside. Maybe we can just layer up some of these pocket cards. These are 4 by 6. This one says believe, but I think we can strategically hide that. Pocket cards are so fun for layering, fussy cutting, using as journaling spots. I really like to have them on my regular layouts. So this I definitely want to use. Maybe if we just kind of put it under the photo, it doesn't show up against that pocket card. We'll revisit that in a moment. The silver and gold collection has all of these gorgeous glittery embellishments in both silver and gold. So I think that because I went with the gold foiled hearts, we're going to go with the gold embellishments. This says cheer, like Christmas cheer, and I am thinking like cheers, like going out for drinks. So I'll have to see if we can put an S on the end of that. And then I like that circle. Let's see what else is in here. There's like a couple 6 by 6 sticker sheets that are more of, a lot of, again, Christmassy, but then some not. So Merry and Bright wouldn't work, but that circle that says fun, and then there's some other just kind of labels type stickers that we might be able to pull in. I really like this layered circle heart here, and since we have gold glitter in the lower corner, I want to draw that up to the upper corner for that diagonal line. So that might look really neat. Maybe I can cut this out here. Let's just cut out the word joy, and then I can have more of this circle showing. So I'm just kind of going around the edge. Sorry, I'm a little bit off camera there, but having a really good pair of microtip scissors makes this a lot easier. And if I'm really careful, I'll be able to repurpose the word joy as well. Oops, I forgot the I. We don't want the little tittle. So now when I layer this underneath my photo, more of it can be showing because I don't need to hide the joy word. Not that we weren't feeling joyful, but to me, that's definitely a little bit more Christmassy. I have a zip strip in black and white from the silver and gold collection. I'm going to just cover the transition here. And then I really want to use these hearts. I think they're cute, and then it goes with the gold foil hearts. So it's kind of fun. You know, we have two different collections and they both have hearts, and I thought that worked out. I grabbed some of my heart dies and I'm going to cut a little piece from this pocket card because it has a pattern on it. And then we'll draw that pink over to the right hand side. And then I pulled a few stickers off. This is the one that says fun. I thought that was definitely appropriate. And this little sticker, I thought, well, I can stamp something on there. This one says today. I might use that, but I know I want to use this. So let's see if we can layer it behind the hearts here. So I'm going to trim off the corner to make that look a little bit more finished because it was a longer border. And anything that is still available, I will leave listed in the description box below. A lot of these collections are from way back. Definitely doing a little stash busting, but I will go through and link anything that is similar or still available. I know so many of us end up with a ton of Christmas paper, so just looking through and trying to see it with a different lens is always a good challenge to use these up. And, you know, because next year there's going to be more Christmas paper and we're going to be like, ooh, I really like that. And then we never go back and use our old Christmas paper. So this is something you can do to get more from your stash and just kind of stretch those supplies. I'm adding a little black ink to the edges of these pocket cards just to give those a little bit of shadowing. And then we can tuck those back in. I am actually going to get all of these adhered down. I'm going to use my Tombow Mono tape runner and get that done off camera. So all my paper layers are adhered. We can bring those embellishments back in. I want more of that raspberry pocket card showing, but it says the word believe. So I'm going to use this fun sticker to very strategically hide that word. And my friend there is right on the end of the frame because she was taking the group selfie. And I don't want to cover too much of her up. So I'm just kind of being very careful where I place that sticker. For my title to make sense, I really needed to say cheers, not cheer. So I'm going to measure these letters and then go to Cricut Design Space and see if I can find something that will flow with it so it looks intentional and not pieced together. I used a system font called Brush Script and then just cut out this S. I cannot get that off. Let me grab my little spatula here. And there was a lot of options, so I looked for one that would connect with the R. And let's see, moment of truth here. Is it going to work? Oh my goodness, that is perfect. I don't think anyone would ever know that that was an add-on. I have this fun stamp set called Cheers, My Dears, and there's like girls' night out, group therapy, party time, and then all of these little cocktails, and you can stamp the glasses and then stamp the filler. So I'm going to use Flamingo and Raspberry and Intense Black, and then stamp these on a scrap of White Daisy. So I'm going to use the little martini glass because I think it's fun. We were drinking ciders and beers, but you know what? It's my layout. I'm going to pick what I want, right? So, because there is a beer glass on this stamp set, but I thought that these would be more kind of fun and capture that girls' night out vibe. So you have the outside edges of the glasses. Here's a daiquiri glass, and we'll stamp that one. And then you can use the little filler stamps to fill them up with the drinks and have them match your layout. For the martini glass, we will use raspberry ink to fill up the inside. So these little stamps, it's super easy to line up because you can see right through the block there. So we'll just stamp that one. That looks good. And then for the daiquiri glass, I thought it'd be fun to mix it up and use the flamingo color. So I'm just repeating the process here, and then we'll get that nice and inky. Line it up, stamp down, and I didn't quite get that low enough, so let me just go back over that again. Here I said it was easy, now I keep missing it. So there, that looks good. This stamp set did not come with a coordinating die, so you will have to fussy cut those out if you want to use them as an embellishment. But if you have a good pair of these microtip scissors, it's not too bad. So just hold your scissors kind of straight and turn the paper to get those nice rounded edges. I will do the other one off camera so you don't have to watch that whole process here, but I thought that these would just look too cute on this layout. I end up not liking the flamingo color. Since I stamped it 3 times, it got really dark and it just doesn't go well. So I redid the daiquiri glass in raspberry. Now I cut this circle tag and I want to use the group therapy stamp because to me, it really made sense. You know, we had a hard day at work, so it was kind of like group therapy after work. So I thought it would look cute on this little circle tag here. So I'm going to stamp that in black ink. This is just another reason why I love stamps. You just always seem to have the perfect little, sentiment or stamped image that you can create a custom embellishment to complement your layout. I could have stamped this in raspberry, but I think maybe the black will be better because it'll kind of go along with the circle that's black and white that says fun that came from the Jingle Joy collection. So let me put these away here just so I can keep them nice and tidy. And I want to add some ice. This daiquiri glass looked kind of empty on the inside, and there's little accessories, little like different things you can add to embellish the drinks. But I thought maybe just stamping the trio of ice cubes down in that cup would be kind of fun. I'm not sure exactly where I want to put this, but we'll nestle it in with one of the other embellishment clusters, maybe up here. I don't know. I don't like it there. Let's move it back up here next to the fun circle. So group therapy and fun. And then what if we split the drinks up? Ooh, I really like that right there. That looks good. And then we'll put this one up here in this little open space. This stamp set is called My Life, and it's just a bunch of words, but I really feel like it was made for me. There's gardening, reading, scrapbooking, hiking, my dog, my cat. I mean, there's a lot of other words, but right there, that kind of sums up my life in a nutshell. I thought I would grab the word that says friends and stamp it on this little label tab from the Jingle Joy collection. So let me I haven't used that word yet. So I want to rub that on my arm to season the stamp so it takes up the ink a little bit better. And in fact, I'm going to practice on a piece of scratch paper just to make sure that's stamping well, and it is. So we can go ahead and stamp our label. And this is kind of a label that is also an arrow. So I thought that was perfect. We'll just stamp that and add friends. Now, I did a little more stash diving. These are rubber shapes from the Craft On collection, and I knew that these had flamingo little hearts and whatnot in here, so I saw these 3 flowers, and I wanted to make a triangle with those embellishments. And there is a word that says shine, so I thought maybe that, but I don't like it. We'll just stick with the flowers. A really fun thing you can do to dress up these little cocktail glasses is to add a little liquid glass. Just squeeze out a dollop and then use the nozzle to push it around and fill the space. It'll be a little bit cloudy at first, but as it dries, it'll be crystal clear and give kind of this liquid look. It's really fun. It may be hard to appreciate that in video, but in person, it looks like a shiny little beverage you have in your glass. That does take a bit to dry, so just something to be mindful of. Now I want a little something up on top of the photo, so I'm looking at the sticker sheet. Here's a little speech bubble that says ho ho ho. Just kidding, totally kidding. A misplaced ho 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 sticker can definitely send the wrong message, so I'm just being silly. This one here, ooh, that's gonna go nicely, and maybe we can stamp the date in there. I'm gonna grab one of my old stamp sets to stamp the date here, and this one, I chose this one because it was small enough to fit. And so I will stamp July. They have them abbreviated. So it's kind of funny when you abbreviate July because you're only leaving off one letter, but whatever. So we're stamped July, and then this was the 22nd of 2022. So there's these tiny little number stamps on there, and you can just line them up. You can line these up on the block and stamp them all at once, but honestly, I think it's easier to stamp them individually because it takes me longer to line them up on the block and get them straight than it would be to just eyeball it and stamp them one at a time. I always appreciate having the date on the layout, and I will add a little bit of strip journaling, which you'll see in the end, so stay tuned for that. Let me tuck my little stamp out of the way, and we still need to add a little ribbon to the top of this tag to finish it off. So I just cut a snippet of black ribbon from my stash. I'm going to fold that over and then just trim those down. I wanted it to be kind of subtle, so just a few little short tags, and then I will adhere this to the layout. So I'm just going to fold it over. I'm not even going to tie it, and then I can just add tape runner to the back of the ribbon, and it will stay in the position I put it down on the layout in. You can always add like an enamel dot to finish off your tag topper if you didn't have any ribbon, but I'm going to call this layout done. You can see how I added a little strip journaling, making sure to include everybody's names and where we were out having drinks. Do you see the shiny liquid glass on the cocktail glasses? I just think that is so fun. I am kicking off this series for the Christmas paper reimagined, so be sure to check back each day this week to see what the other creative design team members have in store for you. As their videos are shared, I will link them and have them in the playlist here on the right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.